So we're here in my living room and I've got some paintings out because I want to talk today about the painting side of what I do. I've got them out for in here because as of yet I don't have a large barn studio with skylights and everything. What I have is a little area of my studio, well, a small kind of portion of wall where I can fit one painting at a time really. So I brought it out here so that I've got a bit more space. So yeah, I thought it'd be nice to have them as a bit of a backdrop while I'm talking about the painting side of my practice. And the reason I want to come on and talk about all this and do share these things in the video, it's kind of partly selfish really. I feel that by coming and talking about the things that I'm either struggling with or enjoying or thinking about while I'm making the work, it kind of helps to organise it in my head if I speak it out loud. And I thought that might be of interest to other people. So my paintings come from the same source as the sculpture. It's all part of my creativity, but it just flourishes in a different way. It's like a different expression. I think we're all multifaceted and our personalities have different aspects to them, and I find that doing sculpture as well as painting, it allows me to access different sides of my personality, different trains of thought, because the mediums work in a different way. So the paintings share a common theme with the sculptures that I make, as they are also about our relationships and our connections with each other and with the world around us, and also the structures and foundations within it. Painting and drawing has always been a happy place for me. That's not to say it's a joy every step of the way, because I still go through the usual phase of halfway through something thinking, oh my God, this is awful, what am I even doing? But overall, I love it as another outlet. It is a happy place. It's just for me, and that's nice. That's a nice place to be. And it lets me express myself in a different way to when I'm working with clay. Some of my earliest memories are of peacefully painting and drawing while my siblings played games and did puzzles. In fact, recently, while clearing out my mum's house, I found a really early painting of mine from when I was 5 years old. It was the painting that won the art prize for my local borough in London, where I grew up. I was in the paper and everything. The funny thing about that was I remember feeling irritated that they'd interrupted my painting when I was in the middle of my art class in my nursery school or whatever, to go and talk to the journalists and have my photo taken. I think I was just more interested in painting than I was in talking to people about it. The article read, Wearing an oversized smock plastered in paint, Diane came out of her art class to speak to our reporter about her painting, not so sure which of her paintings actually won the first prize. Diane explained that she likes painting and has done a lot of it, hence the confusion. I love that my younger self had that real with or without you energy, and that my feelings about my paintings were like one wasn't better than another, that it could have been any of them that had won a prize. That's a really good mental attitude, isn't it? The idea that I had no idea which painting had won the prize, and that in many respects that wasn't of any concern to me. I just was happy doing the painting. I think that this makes the best work. I still think that's true, that you can't make work with someone else in mind, or with the hope of winning a prize, or to try and impress other people. If you do that, the work tends to sort of die, because it's not coming from your soul. It's coming to impress other people. I think work that's made in an authentic way from an artist, it creates the best connections. I think we've all had those moments in an art gallery where something has taken you by surprise. It's sort of you can feel it's a direct, energetic exchange between you and an artist through their work. Because it speaks so deeply to something that is a feeling rather than something that you can necessarily put words to. This is obviously something that came naturally to me when I was 5 years old, but after years of comparison and schooling and art school with harsh criticisms, and also living in a very competitive and loud world, it's harder to maintain that focus on your own expression. And well, I have to work a little harder to shut out all of that other noise and maintain my inner truth of what I'm creating. And you can feel it when you're there. There's a sort of calm that comes over the body as I think people call it a flow state or whatever, but I feel it's like a calm that doesn't need any outside input at all. That for me is where the magic is. I think there is a balance needed between being aware of what other contemporary artists are creating, as well as historical art and cultural art. But it's important to not let all that outside noise kind of knock you off your own voice. So I go through periods where I'll go to a lot of galleries or seek out a lot of art, and I really enjoy it. It sort of nourishes me, and I get inspiration and all of the other good stuff. But then I get to points where I feel like, no, I need to shut all of that noise out now, and so I can just do me. So I go through periods where I actively decide not to look at anybody else's work, and so that I can then just tap into what is authentically me, and let all of the other things that I've been taking in, let it trickle in naturally and authentically, rather than constantly being, I don't know, it's like an interruption from other people that sometimes is welcome, other times really not welcome. So thinking back to 5-year-old me with the painting, I feel like I was quite wise at 5. I think as you grow up, you believe that other people know better and their opinion is more valid than yours. They must have more experience, but actually no, that's not true. Kind of you feel it, you know it inside, you know what's true for you. So going forward, I am tapping into 5-year-old me and that energy of, like, I love it if you like it, but if you don't, I'm not going to change it.